educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problem.
Hey, what are we looking for again?
We are looking for a sheet set because ours are pilly and I've had them for like 6 years. And we may not get it here, but I just wanted to come look in person. And then a pillow because, as you know, my neck has been killing me. It's like giving me measurements like I'm a mathematician. Like, no, just tell me the size bed that it fits on. How dare you? Ah! My bad.
Your neck doesn't like the pillow.
My neck doesn't like it. And it could just be me getting old.
Oh, no, you're definitely getting old.
You're decrepit.
I'm not arguing the point.
I mean, you're 47 years old. You're a hop, skip, and a jump away from 50. That's a massive pillow. See, that's the thing. Oh, okay. I'm weird. I don't like big, fluffy pillows. It looks nice, though. That's how they get
Try to
you.
get one that's got some firmness to it. That's
Yes.
what I think you need. This one kind of does.
This one's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's huge.
The one.
I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look?
My mortal enemy. But can I pet that dog?
What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it.
That would get you through the weekend. Not the whole case, just the bag. But before we get into this vlog, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is such a good friend to the channel. They provide quality jewelry that you can wear every single day without the huge markup. Hands down, my favorite necklace from Ana Luisa has got to be their pebble pendant necklace. And I feel like the real ones on my channel know that because I wear it even when it's not sponsored at all. I wore it for Valentine's Day this year. I wear it on date nights. I wear it all the time. It is so gorgeous and completely understated. I've had it since last year and it literally looks the exact same as the day that I got it. And in terms of earrings, you really can't go wrong with their Elise Huggy Hoop earrings. I mean, just absolutely freaking gorgeous. I seriously get so many compliments anytime I wear either of these pieces. And right now, you can get some of Ana Luisa's pieces for up to 70% off in their last chance sale. Girl. So if you're interested in shopping for some quality jewelry at a fraction of the price, then click my link, that is my link in the description and in the pinned comment below. And thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Now, who wants to see what I got from Sam's Club? Okay, as you can see, we just came from Sam's Club, so like, who wants like a mini Sam's Club shopping haul? First of all, we have some rows. I have no plans with this right now, but A, it's jarred, so it stays good forever. But B, it's just good, and Sam's Club actually has decent pricing. I am making cauliflower fried rice this week, so we have shrimp peeled and cleaned. Oh, it does have the tails on. Damn it, that was an accident. It's fine. I'm from South Louisiana. I can make do with that. And then scallops, because I love scallops. I'm a huge fan of these Jimmy Dean turkey sausages. We are out of olive oil, so olive oil. Cauliflower rice, because it was actually a really good deal to get it at Sam's. And then Premier Protein pancakes. I'm quite the fan of these for like a quick breakfast. I don't eat them every day, but now and then I just want some. And it's really good for a sweet breakfast. Makes me not feel so bad. Okay. And then at Marshall's, as you guys may have seen, I cannot even remember what I filmed. I got some pillows. We also got a sheet set. Not sure if I filmed that either. And we also got another one of these pans that I totally got last vlog, but I got a bigger version because I It's from Authentic Kitchen. I was just so impressed by the quality. I really like it. Do I need to be spending the money on this? Not necessarily, but yes, I am a huge fan. Having said that, I am now in need of some caffeine, so I'm going to put these away, and I will be back for a little Alani taste test.
A few moments later.
Okay, before breakfast, I need a little bit of energy. Or a lot of energy. I'm not drinking this whole thing. This is 200 milligrams of caffeine. A Red Bull has 90. But I do like the different flavors. I can't lie. Well, kind of. Okay, I have some bones to pick with TikTok. Bone number 1, can we stop with the whole, okay guys, I'm going to be trying the Alani Hawaiian shaved ice. What do you guys think? Oh, do you like that? You like it? Like, no, I don't like it. Stop tapping things like you're the predator. Sorry, I zoomed you in a little bit so you wouldn't be so far away. And then the next bone I have to pick with Tick. Oh my God, I need this caffeine. The next bone I have to pick with Tick is is their whole mentality about these Alanis in the first place. Now, I am an OG Alani fan. I liked Alani before they were popular. I liked Alani when it was actually really hard to find them in certain stores. Like I had to go to like special stores to find them. They weren't available in Walmart. And I really miss their OG flavors. I feel like they are doing way too much with some of their flavors. Their OG flavors, oh my God, they had a mimosa, so good. I really liked those. TikTok is obsessed with their lime slush Alani. And like, I've tried all the slush ones. I will say they were accurately named because it does taste like someone went to the store, got a slushie in that flavor, let it melt, added caffeine to it, and gave it to me to drink. It is so insanely sweet. Now, none of them are high calorie. Like this is 10 calories for this can, which is impressive. However, but they used to be like, look, here's the thing. I know that saying an energy drink is healthy is like saying that cigarettes are healthy or skinny cigarettes or whatever. And like, I'm not trying to say they were, but they used to also have a much shorter ingredient list. So like, Alani, well, can you please just go back to your roots? Call it retro. Do whatever. Like, why are you doing this? So I have been not even quite 50-50 on liking all their new flavors. I feel like I've been like 65-35, and 30% I like them, and 65% of the time I don't. That was loud. But we are going to try this. I will say I had a coworker ask me if I like pina coladas when I told her I'd be trying this. AKA, it's probably like coconut flavored. So, but I don't mind a little coconut, so let's give this a go. I'm gonna zoom you in. I'm gonna bring you in closer. Oh my God, too close. This is very close. It's close for comfort. Okay. It is very strongly coconut flavor. I don't mind coconut. I feel like I'm like advertising it. Hello, ladies. I feel like it is coconutty, but it's pretty good. All right, I'm going to pour some out for my homie. And by my homie, I mean Henry. And I am going to get the cat to stop getting into what he's getting into. And we are going to make some breakfast because your girl is hungry. It's like mid-morning. That's my trick. I don't eat first thing in the morning. I eat like mid-morning and then like eat every 4 hours after that. So let's do that.
I've been up for 3 nights. My eyes are bloodshot red. Damn, I wanna see the sunshine. It's getting to my head. One look in the mirror, don't like what I find. I know that somewhere in there there's a good guy, but he runs away at midnight. I'm sorry that I stole your car. Ain't got those tattoos on my arms that don't mean shit to me. Maybe you should pull the alarm, so I don't take it way too far. Die before I'm 23. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom.
So sorry I'm talking so softly. I currently have a son who is refusing his nap, but if he hears me, he will just further refuse it. but instead of napping, he's practicing his clapping and his rolling and his kicking. And who am I to stop him? But while he fails to take his nap, I thought we would do a little something productive in the form of baby proofing. Now, I have a number of things. I don't know that I'm going to install these all today, but I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be a vibe. So first things first, I'm the realist. I have these outlet covers or whatever. And honestly, like even minus baby proofing, I could actually see how this would be really handy for someone if you're like trying to hide a bunch of cords. I got a good deal at these from Walmart. Like Amazon, don't go to Amazon for everything because I got a fair amount of stuff from Walmart for fairly cheap. I also got these, it says safety cabinet latches, but it looks like it's for your drawers. I want to say I got a really good deal. I actually ordered a lot of this stuff back like a couple months ago when it was on sale. This we will probably not be installing today, but these are literally like mounted bracket thingies for shelves so that once he starts climbing and moving, he can't pull down a shelf on himself. Next up, I have magnetic cabinet locks. So instead of essentially locking yourself out of your own cabinets, apparently you can just like use a handy dandy magnet and bada bing, bada boom, open sesame.
Rach? So I can't do anything I like?
But last but not least, the traditional cabinet lock things where you kind of slide this to unlock it. Oh, and the cats dug it out of the box, but of course I have those little plug covers, but I've heard a lot of babies figure out how to pop those off, so I don't know. If you have a recommendation for plug covers that worked for you, please let me know, because like I can't buy, like I can't spend my life savings on these. I got a deal on them, but generally they're kind of expensive. They're like $10 a piece, and I'm looking at all the plugs in my house and they're a lot. Oh yeah, it's about time. He's not doing it. We do have him nap trained / sleep trained, and the fact that he's protesting, I think he's done. Oh, I know not everybody is going to care about this. In fact, a very small percentage of people will. But I will say, if you have a pet that gets into things, some of these tips could be pet useful. Okay, maybe kind of the cords, actually. If you have a pet that chews cords, those little cord boxes. Way back when we first got Gandalf, he was obnoxious. And so we use this thing. It actually is like an outside, like pet fencing system type thing where you could bring your small animal outside and like have them confined, but you know, not a whole fence. We actually have more fencing where that came from. We have more in the back. But when we first got Gandalf, when he was a teeny tiny little kitten, he would get all up into our entertainment system. He would be climbing all over things. He'd be knocking controllers down. So we got that caging thing. It wasn't cheap for a fix for Gandalf, like for a pet fix. But I did realize, like, oh, if we just wrap this around some stuff and like maybe tie it, that could be a suitable way to keep Hank out of things. So, our future baby. Mind you, I wasn't even pregnant yet, but I was thinking ahead, because initially I was like, no, because I think it was like $30. I was like, no, that's too much money to spend on that. But if it has a double use, then so be it. But if you have a pet that gets into things, it could be worth considering. We are putting that up right now because, Hank can log roll and he can kind of scoot. But yeah, he's just, I don't know. We're just putting it off because it's kind of annoying. You know, you have to like move it every time you want to access things. Not really move it, but you got to work around it. So we're procrastinating, but it's very easy to put up. So once we're ready, we can literally get it up immediately. Okay. I've rambled long enough. I don't know if anybody cares about this, but I'm vlogging my day, and this is what I'm doing. Once Hank has sufficiently refused his nap, we are going to feed him some solids. Okay, look at the lights, little man. It goes red, blue, orange, green, purple, red, blue, orange, green. Yeah. I don't know why I sing it to the tune of Iron Man. All right, it is time for lunch. Now, I put lunch in quotes. First of all, it is way later in the day than I wanted it to be. The day kind of has gotten away from me. But I have always been the girly pop who eats big breakfast. I would say actually medium breakfast, small lunch, big dinner. There have been times where I skipped breakfast in my life and stuff like that, but once I was really on the fertility journey and being pregnant, I stopped skipping breakfast. And also whenever I was trying for fertility stuff, apparently it's good to eat breakfast. So this is not much of a lunch, so I do apologize. However, it is something I like, and that is edamame pods. I'm going to eat all 6. I'm just kidding. But I found these individually packed wraps. What am I trying to say? I found these individual edamame things. And I love the pods because I like the experience of like eating them in the act of it. And I don't know. It takes time to eat. I feel like I'm very mindful when I'm eating edamame pods. Very demure, one could say. Okay, I'm so sorry. And then the other thing, because that's not all. Fiber Pop popcorn. This is a thing. It has 6 grams of fiber per serving. It's 130 calories for a cup and a half, which isn't bad. This says it's toffee and sea salt. It literally tastes like caramel corn to me. It's so good. I love it. This bag is like almost, this is how much we have left of this bag, but I have a whole other bag in my pantry. Best believe that. Okay, I'm sorry. The point is I will be having these things. Looking ahead to what we're having for dinner, normally like I would pair this with maybe like some ham and cheese or something. However, it is like not that far from 4 o'clock. So dinner is going to be like happening in a few hours. So, I'm good. But we are going to heat up these steamable edamame pods. We're going to have a little popcorn and we're going to eat in front of little man while he eats because we're trying to encourage that so that he knows. I'm thinking I'm going to make him some eggs as well.
My siblings are perfect and I wish I were the same. Making bad decisions, it should be my middle name. I love playing with fire, it's my favorite. Watch me burn my whole house down, not feel a thing. One look in the mirror, don't like what I find. I know that somewhere in there there's a good guy, but he runs away at midnight. I'm sorry that I stole your car. Ain't got those tattoos on my arms that don't mean shit to me. Maybe you should pull the alarm, so I don't take it way too far. Drive before I'm 23. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. Well, this is what happens when I'm out of my medicine. There's collateral damage. I gotta go. I'm sorry that I stole your car. Ain't got those tattoos on my arms that don't mean shit to me. Maybe you should pull the alarm, so I don't take it way too far. Die before I'm 23. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom.
Okay, apologies for the jump scare. This is totally future Matey. I'm not even fronting with y'all. This is future Matey because I was editing this vlog and realized I completely forgot to tell you guys about the book that I read in between vlogs. Technically, I read 2 books, but I didn't read all of this, so I don't want it to like count toward like my yearly reading stuff. But the other book I read because I was looking for just something easy breezy, beautiful cover girl to read was Woman Down by Colleen Hoover. Now, she put this book out in 2026, so this year, if you're viewing this vlog, this year she put it out. And normally for these book reviews, I will kind of give you guys the synopsis, like the back flap of the book. However, unfortunately, and for me, I read on Kindle, so I would give you guys like the first 10%, and I try not to go above or beyond that. Unfortunately, though, it drags a little bit in the first part, so I'm giving you guys the first 25%. If that's too much spoiler for you, because this book did come out this year, you're welcome to skip ahead. However, that's what I'm going to do. But before you skip ahead, let me tell you the lore behind this book. So Colleen Hoover wrote my brain wants to say it's a prologue, but it's not. A prologue is connected to the story, like an author's note at the beginning of the book that said that this was a long-form adaptation of a short story that she wrote back in the day called Saint. And she specifically said that this book is not about her. This is not about herself. And she asked the reader not to speculate. So I'm just going to let you guys kind of hear what the book is about, and you can come to your own conclusions. So the book is about a woman named Petra, who is a writer. Petra is in sort of this like self-inflicted social seclusion, I will say. That's a weird, wordy way to say that. Basically, she wrote a best-selling book, and the movie adaptation did not go according to plan. It went poorly. There was a bunch of controversy, and she has not written in over a year. And so the plot of this book, Woman Down, is she is going to a cabin to write her next book. However, part of the reason, I have to tell you guys the first 25% is because literally within the first 25%, she checks into the cabin. She meets the people who are renting her the cabin. It's sort of like Airbnb situation. And she does all of chapter 3 is about her doing this live Q&A with fans, where she's basically talking about how hard it is to deal with criticism and how hard it is to be a writer. But it's not about Colleen Hoover, y'all. It's not. One night, she is in the cabin hanging out, and she gets a knock on her door, and it's a police officer who looks just dashingly handsome, and he introduces himself as Nathaniel Saint, and basically says that there's been an accident down the way, and asks if she's seen anything, if she knows anything, and she says she doesn't, but she's instantly attracted to him, and she realizes he can be her muse for the male lead of the book that she's working on. Now, this is the 25% mark. That's and this is the premise of the book. So if you're like, Maddie, I don't want spoilers, but I'd like your rating. My rating is a 1 out of 5, and I'd give it 0 if I could. So from here on out, we're getting into spoilers. I will have this video divided into sections so you can skip to the dinner portion of this. So a big part of the character that Nathaniel Saint is he's her muse for. Her book character is named Cam. I don't know if this is relevant, but basically Cam is a detective who is married, and her protagonist, Rhea, is a lawyer, and she and Cam fall in love, and they are having a full-blown affair. So Nathaniel is also married, and so him and Petra, the main character, because I know it's a little confusing because I'm talking about a book within a book, bookception, they start having an affair. And Nathaniel's married. They kiss the second time they meet. Nathaniel's very flirty early on. It's gross. It is downright gross. I have 2 very big issues with this book. Issue number 1 is that 54% through with the book. This book is in first person perspective. So Petra is saying I this, I that. I had to really work to remember her name because I kept wanting to call her Rhea, which is her protagonist's name. Petra, I this, I that. You hear her innermost thoughts, dialogue, etc. 54% through with the book, you find out that Petra is also having an affair. She is married with 2 children, and there's this bullshit throwaway line that's I pretend whenever I'm alone that I don't have a husband and children so I can give off this persona and nobody knows about them on social media because I want to keep them safe and da-da-da-da. First of all, not even realistic at all because I feel like people would find out. That's bullshit number 1. So instantly I'm oh, Petra, you're a shit person too. You're already a bad person for going after a guy who is married, but you are having a full-blown affair and your husband hasn't even been a thought in your head. Not one thought. So that's number 1. I mentioned in a previous video that I don't give books 1 star because I know that writing is hard work. I get it. I have dabbled in writing myself. So I really try not to be overly critical because I think people can be downright cruel. This had some problematic stuff. So one of the things that happens is that Nathaniel is willingly playing her muse. He knows he's playing her muse. He knows it's a thing they have. And she comes home and he breaks into her house and does this whole non-consensual kidnapping scenario. And the worst part is about 5 minutes later, after it like ties her up and everything, like it's horrible. 5 minutes later, basically, in book time, she forgives him. Like she goes to the bathroom, washes her face. He's like, I didn't know. I thought you asked me for it because you mentioned there was a scene in your book. And in fact, Nathaniel is a shit tier person too, because that's his excuse for everything. Well, you asked for this. Basically, like if he felt she inferred something. It's so messed up. It's so horrible. I hated the ending too because Petra's husband never finds out she had an affair. Never finds out. She kind of gets to go on living her life. Nathaniel isn't Nathaniel. He's basically like a fan that got put up to approaching her. You know, that's why he was so willing from jump to be her muse. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Never mind that it's Colleen Hoover fanfic about herself. Horrible. 1 star, dog shit, bad. Worst book I've read in years. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, Maddie, Colleen Hoover sucks. I still like some of her stuff. And I don't mind a problematic main character, but when you throw in elements of, first of all, lazy writing, literally, I don't know, this is a very niche reference. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this game called Heavy Rain. It was like really like applauded back in the day, but then it's one of those things where if you play it again or if you think too hard about it, instantly you're like, oh, there are giant plot holes. In the game Heavy Rain, you can play as 4 different characters, and the whole premise is that there's this killer named the Origami Killer, and one of the main 4 is the Origami Killer, and literally all of them at any given time, you can hit a button to hear their inner thoughts, and so they're all like, oh, we gotta catch this Origami Killer, but one of them actually is lying in his thoughts. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That is the level of lazy writing of Petra having a husband, and 54% through with the book, she's like, oh crap, my husband and kids are here. I haven't even given them a single thought. There was no sense of guilt. It was terrible. It's awful. This rant has taken like 10 minutes of my life and your life. We are about to go into dinner. I could not find my lovely microphone, and little man was asleep, and we wanted to keep it that way. So you are getting voiceover, Maddie, pretty much for the rest of the vlog. But I felt like dinner and dessert were really good, so please stick around for the end. And yeah, sorry for the jump scare. Let's go get some dinner, y'all. Pass, Maddie. What up, fam? Welcome to the voiceover. So tonight we are making dinner and dessert, and dinner is coming at you in the form of this bean and chicken stew from All Recipes. I don't know if bean and chicken stew is an accurate name for it, but that's what they call it, and I don't know what else to call it. I did make some tweaks, so I will walk you guys through it, but I will link the original recipe down below. First and foremost, I did use chicken drumsticks instead of thighs. I love a good bone-in, skin-on chicken thigh because they are so affordable and they're really hard to mess up. But unfortunately, they just have more calories than I would like, and drumsticks are at least a little bit better on the calorie front. So I'm always paranoid of raw chicken, so I did let these go for 6 to 8 minutes aside. Next up, I chopped some rinsed cherry tomatoes in half. This is optional. You can put them in whole, but they just break down a little faster whenever they're halved. I'm also a big fan of time savers like pre-chopped frozen onion and garlic, but I do find that fresh ingredients do have much better aromatics, which kind of makes the food taste better to me. Maybe it's just in my head, but that's just how I feel. After your chicken is cooked, you want to set it aside and add those chopped onions to the pan to brown along with your cherry tomatoes. If you're smart, you would add your garlic here, but I forgot. Once those cherry tomatoes are about to burst, add in 2 cans of drained and rinsed cannellini beans, cannoli beans. Leave the bean, take the cannoli.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
And if you're me, you'll go ahead and add the garlic in here. All recipes actually touts this as a 5-ingredient recipe, so they use water for this next step, but I did not care about that, so I added some chicken broth, about a half a cup, just to add some liquid to the mix. Then you want to nestle in those legs alongside the beans and let it simmer for 25 to 30 minutes. After everything is looking good, you want to take your drumsticks out for the second time so you have room to add in a bag, or half a bag if you forgot to save the whole bag, of baby spinach and some of this Boursin cheese. I have never tried this cheese before, but it is so good. I just want to eat an entire block with some crackers while watching an actual decent season of Bridgerton. Just me? Okay. So if you have more calories to spare, you can add the whole block, but we are calorie conscious up in here. So we just did a half a block. Finally, add those drumsticks back to the party, and then it is time to plate up. This is warm, hearty, and just a feel-good, cozy meal that honestly has some pretty great macros. But you thought we were done? Oh, we are not done, because you best believe we are having some dessert. Liam, aka Cottage Cheese Bean Man, mentioned these black bean brownies, and all I heard were brownies. So as usual, I will link his recipe down below. Now, first things first, you want to blend your beans, and when you have a sleeping baby, you do have to problem solve.
I'm really nervous. I swear. This is some real parent shit right here. And at no point in my adult life did I ever think, I'm gonna blend some beans in a fucking bathroom. But here I go.
Beans will send you to the bathroom. We just started. Well, there we
We're just getting a head start.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just hit pulse. I'm so scared. I wanted to wake him.
Paste.
Do you think that's enough? I can't tell.
Be a little more.
Remember when he was like in his 4-month sleep regression and you opened a can and it woke him up?
Man, I was big mad about that too. I got mad. Or when I opened the trash can and it popped up against the wall and that woke him up. I got so angry.
All right, that's good enough. That's just... Oh no! I thought you were like, no, it's not.
No, it's fine. I love you.
Get out of here.
Dude, these look bussin'. Do you want a brownie?
I want a brownie.
You want a brownie?
I want a brownie.
Well, too bad. They're beans.
After your beans are blended, you want to add it to a bowl with your brownie mix alongside a tablespoon or so of vegetable oil until it reaches a, quote, brownie-like consistency. I was kind of shook that it didn't need any egg or anything, but it did come together like a brownie batter. So I popped that ish into an oven at 325 for 30 minutes. And low-key, it still wasn't done, so I bumped it up to 350 for another 10 minutes, and bada bing, bada boom, brownies. Now, I'm not about to say that a box of brownies has 15 servings because that would be wild. So when I put this into the Lose It app, I input it as 9 reasonable ass servings. Now, I will say it does not taste like black beans in the slightest. I mean, look at me. Look into my plus size eyes. You know that I know brownies. But the texture was a little different. They're like chewy, maybe a little more dense. Having said that, over the course of the next 4 days, we did have them as dessert every single night. And if you have the calories for it, having it with a scoop of Halo Top is just the vibe. Overall, this is a really great and balanced day of eating. I hit my protein and fiber goal, and I stayed under on my carbs and fat as well. Just a reminder that I did get my macros from a registered dietitian, and yours may be different. Please do not compare yourself to me. I also got in 8,000 steps, which is pretty freaking sweet as well. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do the usual things, like, comment, and subscribe, because the YouTube wizards love that stuff for the growth of my channel. And I will see you in the next one. And thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check out their 70% off last chance sale. Bye!